All right. I guess we're live. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Let me pause this. Thank you so much for watching Jun the Groomer and Ask Jun the Groomer. Today is November the 3rd, 2016. It looks like we got Alan Powell and Showbob already here commenting. Alan, you're like you're like the funniest guy I know. And the cool thing is, I was talking to one of my clients yesterday. I was like, sometimes I feel like I make things weird. The situation gets pretty awkward pretty quickly, because I say things that I think is really funny and witty, but then, but yeah, Alan, I love your sense of humor. Okay, so today I wanted to get into a few things. Joanna, hi Joanna, how are you? Okay, so I just got back from a grooming appointment. I loved it. Look at this. It says groomer for life. I love that. I like this jacket. Oh my goodness, a friend sent it to me, but it makes me look like some sort of like kung fu master. I love it. Anyways, I wanted to get into a few things today. Yeast infection. We talked about it before a few episodes ago, I think, but the question came up again from Michelle Trofimuk, I think, but we'll just say Michelle T. She's saying a friend of hers has a Shih Tzu suffering from yeast problems, and okay. The thing about yeast, and I'm glad that Michelle, that you're saying yeast, because you're actually probably diagnosing it correctly. Not that we should be diagnosing because we're not vets, but when I spoke with Dr. Adelia, who made Dermagic, the shampoo, she was telling me that at any given time, at any given moment, when you look at a dog's skin, there's going to be trillions of bacteria and fungus on their skin. And it's good bacteria and good fungus that's there to protect the skin. It's a healthy flora. So, but whenever that flora, that balance is disturbed or interrupted, by shaving the coat improperly, anything really, even if the immune system is compromised, then fungus usually takes over. Yeast usually is what beats bacteria. And she's saying that's why you smell the corn chip smell, it's from the fungus. So once we know it's yeast, then we kind of now know how to treat it, rather than use antibacterial products, we can use antifungal products, and then add good bacteria back in. And in the question, I didn't want to copy and paste the whole question because, there are some things in it that was talking about her work situation, things like that. So I didn't want to put all that out there. But in the question, she mentioned apple cider vinegar and yogurt. And I hear both of those are really good. I personally haven't tried it, but I'm probably gonna work out, like once I get a dog that has like really bad yeast, I may try it. But I have some really good products that I'm using right now that I've been having good results with, which is Banix, Zymox. Let's see, what else have I? What else have I been using? Oh, I've been using a shampoo called Soothe, 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 and it has a little bit of Chlorohex in there, but it has a shampoo and conditioner. I've been using that on a couple Airedale that has been having yeast problems. But let's see. Okay, no, I was reading a comment from Alan Powell. I thought he was answering about giving his thoughts about yeast. But he's saying fence running injury plus trip to the vet equals 8 pills a day equals 2 slices of ham. He inhales anti-inflammatory pain and antibiotics. Whoa! Oh, I jumped out my dog. Okay. Whoa. Well, I hope so. Alan Powell's dog, oh my goodness, got injured. It's taking 8 pills a day. Wow. I hope your dog feels better, Alan. But back to the stay on track, June. Back to the question about yeast. The reason why yeast is usually present in most dogs, I was talking to this one lady who was about to show her Cavalier at the AKC confirmation show down in Atlanta, And she was telling me that most pet owners are dealing with these kind of issues because they're either not drying their dogs completely after they're getting wet, and they're not combing all that, brushing out their dogs on a regular basis. So by brushing our dogs regularly and making sure they're completely dry after they get wet, by doing that, I mean, a lot of these problems, first of all, can be prevented, and then also is a really good way to help get rid of these problems as well. But yeah, let's see. Apple cider vinegar, yogurt. I wanted to bring up yogurt because right now I'm using Bark to Basics. They make a Greek yogurt shampoo made with pomegranate. There's also a blueberry one. And I've tried the blueberry shampoo and conditioner before while I was in Arizona working for Pet Club with Melissa. But anyways, I loved it, and now I'm trying the pomegranate. And the reason why I like it so much is because, first of all, the shampoo, it doesn't have a detergent. It's not stripping the follicles of all the oils and everything. It's actually feeding the follicles and giving it nutrients without actually stripping. And also the probiotics from the yogurt, because yogurt has active cultures and active bacteria. That's good bacteria that you put back into the skin. And so I've been having a lot of great results. I really like the shampoo. But yeah, maybe if you're at home though, you could probably work up. I actually put up a link to this recipe I saw online off of Facebook, one of those viral videos. But I put it up on my Facebook page because it was actually a recipe. Like it had apple cider vinegar. What else? I think baking soda. And some other stuff. But anyways, it looked pretty cool. So, back in the day, they used to use egg yolk to wash their dogs with, so I'm kind of open to anything and, always open to trying new things. Let's see here. Christina Lee. Hey, Christina, how are you? Hey, everyone. Megan Mauser. Hello, Megan. Pisces 28 Lovable. Does he answer questions from the comment section or from somewhere else? Okay, Pisces 28. I answer questions from both. So if there's no questions coming in from like live comments from the chat window here, then then I pull from questions that were asked previously, emails. The reason why I even started this Ask Jun the Groomer show in the first place is because I'm constantly getting like, questions and, through comments, through the emails. Anyways, it just, at first, when I first started this channel and, first started doing this, I really wanted to just share information and help owners understand the importance of proper grooming, because I didn't understand the importance of proper grooming. When I first got into grooming, I just figured, I can wash a dog. I'm good with dogs. I can do that. But yeah, once I started to realize, wow, grooming is actually really important, and it's overlooked by a lot of pet owners. Bye, Eva. Oh my goodness, you're getting so big.
See you after 4.
Okay, see you later. Wow, you're getting so big, Ava. Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Awesome. But yeah, so that's why I started this channel. And then, I started making videos and everything because I had time. But now I'm so overloaded with appointments because I make house calls. I actually travel to people's homes and set up in their house and groom their dogs. And I'm actually booked out most of the rest of the year almost. But anyways, now that I'm really busy, I really haven't had time to like write any blogs or do any of that. Luckily, I did write a lot and I have a lot of content out there already, so I don't feel so bad. But because I have an audience now, and then people who supported me through this whole ride, through this whole crazy journey here, this is really important to me. I still want to stay connected and answer the questions that are coming in, maybe not directly, as a direct response to the emails or the comments, but at least let people know, like, hey, I'm getting them. I am concerned, and I do want to help. And about an hour every week, we can do this. Let's see. Monica Ortega. Hey, June. Hi, Monica. How are you? Yvette Perez. Bye. She's so cute. Oh, Yvette says you're so cute, Ava. Yeah. Okay. And so it looks like I'm caught up on the live comments. There was a few things I wanted to address. Let's see here. Where is it? I think it's in pictures. But there's a question about whether or not to shave a German Shepherd. Well, no, I think it was anyways. Where is it? Magazine. Oh, I really should have had this pulled up beforehand. I'm sorry, guys. Where is it? I don't know. Let's see here. Man, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know where it is. But yeah, somebody was asking about the shaving a double coat, and I wanted to show magazine. Okay, no, you know what? I'm just gonna find it online here. There's an article written by Michelle Evans, and well, it's more like a grooming in the magazine, Jun the Groomer magazine by Barclay. They put out a monthly magazine, but they have a section where you can ask the groomer, and it's Michelle Evans, and she replies, "Oh, bye, Annabelle. Oh my goodness, you're so cute."
She is cute.
Say bye to everybody. Oh, here. Oh, say bye, Ava.
Bye.
Have fun at piano. Did you practice?
Yeah, I practiced 2 times.
I heard you yesterday. Oh my goodness, it was so beautiful.
Just doing a live TV show.
Okay, I mean,
interrupting.
If anybody's still watching, I mean, I really should have this more like boom, boom, boom. Everything's going just fine and smooth. But let's see here.
It is smooth.
Yeah, I guess so.
Whatever you think, everything's good.
Thank you so much. Oh no, it wasn't this. It was October's issue. Okay, so in the last month, not this month because we're in November already. Okay, so the article is called "Double Coated Debate," and let me just share this real quick. And I'll put the link for this article in Jun the Groomer magazine. I'll put this description. But there was a question asked. Hi there, I'm a country groomer. Does a lot of double-coated shave downs. I must shave at least one a day in the summer months. We get gold, and that's the thing. During the summertime, which is probably one of the worst times to shave a dog, I remember that was our bread and butter. You know, shaving down labs, shaving down golden retrievers, border collies. Oh my goodness. So I really like how she answered this question. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing and read it to you guys, but let's see. Oh, bye, honey.
I'll text you when I get home.
Okay. And then, cool. Yeah, I have it on silent, but it is right in front of me. Yeah, just text me. And then, okay, so let me share this. So Michelle Evans says, here, if you choose to shave, consider using a guard comb. Okay, so as long as you have explained the risk, you're not responsible for permanent coat damage or other implications. She kind of explains, everything that happens, how the coat texture can change to more of Velcro types and all this stuff. She's saying you can leave at least a ½ inch longer than the natural length of the undercoat. And she explains that and, about raking the dog and, getting all of that stuff out of there. So if you want to read it, it's called The Double Coated Debate on groomertogroomer.com. It's in the October edition. But I really like that answer. So the simple answer, A, was, excuse me, parakeets, trying to do a show here. My goodness. Those parakeets are like the messiest, loudest animals. Oh my god. I don't understand how my mom, who originally didn't even like dogs when I was growing up, now we have two parakeets, my dogs, a cat. Oh my goodness. Um, but yeah, the answer to whether or not to shave a dog, my opinion, um, yeah, don't shave them. So for a lot of good reasons, and yeah, I like that the Groomer to Groomer magazine actually did print this article because it's something recent. Because everything I've been pulling, from older books and things like the Ultimate Dog Grooming Guide and all these other articles I find online, they're kind of old. They were written like sometimes in 2008, 8 years ago, and stuff like that. So the information, some people can argue, is outdated. So I'm glad that this article was printed just last month, because now it's another expert, explaining uh, the possible damage and like the damage that we won't even really see until down the road, that we can do to the dog's skin and coat by shaving them. So let's see here. Joanna Needs, yes. Okay, cool. She answered for me. Nightmare 15. Yo, what's up, Nightmare 15? Yo, peace out, man. And no, not peace out. Shows you how hip I am. Okay. Pisces 28 lovable. Great. Hi, June. What do you think about the kennel shot or Bordetella shot? I've heard concerning things about it. Yeah. See, I don't really. Honestly, I don't give it to my dogs. And mostly budget issues. I got 3 dogs right now, and I don't. Even though I'm really busy, it's not like I'm raking in the dough right now. And my wife, we're choosing to sacrifice the comfort of having a little bit extra income, so that she can homeschool the kids while they're still, at this age where we can. And it's just something personally that's really important to us. But anyways, I don't give my dogs the Bordetella shots. One time, this was a while back, maybe about 5 or so years ago, I took my dogs to a dog park. One of them came down with the kennel cough. I took him to the vet. They said, we can't give him the kennel cough, the Bordetella shot now that he has it. We just got to wait it out. And, he kind of coughed, that really nasty sounding cough for a few days. And then, and the other 2 dogs got the shot, so that they wouldn't get it. But yeah, they got over it. So I don't know. Me personally, I feel like, maybe sometimes we're over vaccinating our dogs. But I do understand the benefits of getting vaccines as well. So I don't really want to, my lane is grooming. So unless I'm working for a vet and the vet requires them to have a Bordetella shot so I can groom them, then, the vaccinations and everything, kind of out of my lane. But yeah, great question. But me personally, Pisces 28, lovable. I don't get my dogs the Bordetella shot. Monica Ortega. Hey, what's up, Monica? Yvette Perez. Bye. She's so cute. Oh, how did I miss these? I guess it doesn't really refresh them. Anyways. Dorina Demi. Anyway, Dorina. Hi, I'd like to ask, how much time does it take you to groom, for example, a Yorkshire Terrier? I'm new in grooming, and it takes me 2 to 3 hours. I hope I will be better soon. Okay, so I did a Biva. So it's like it's kind of a, like the smaller Yorkies that are tricolored. They come from Germany, but they're called Bivas. But they're spelled B-words, Biewer. I did one this morning, and we finally have her hair long enough to do a top knot. I didn't get a picture because I was in a hurry, but I started at like about 10:45-ish, 11 o'clock this morning, and I got done by 2. Yeah, because I was on the road by 2, back headed home, because it takes me like almost an hour to get back. But anyways, So what is that, like 3 hours almost? Yeah, so it took me about 3 hours on a Yorkie, but that's because I spent some time before the bath. I have 4 steps. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Dorina, but I have 4 steps, and the first step is build rapport, and I like to say build rapport because it's not established rapport. It's not like something you set up and you set up the rapport, and now you have it with the dog. You're straight. And it's not. Like what do you call that? But it's building. It's like a friendship. It's a relationship that you're constantly building upon. So before I start anything, I spend some time, loving on her, making sure she knows that I love her, and then get her on the table, and then I start to brush, and I brush out all that hair that kind of catches when the comb doesn't go through the coat. You just kind of keep pull the comb out, and then go back in and kind of keep pulling it out, and just kind of work it from the bottom up, like so, for work from the foot up the leg, up the dog's chest, and things like that, and the back leg, and do that first before the bath. Well, I do. And because it gives me such great results, because once all of that Velcro like fuzzy um, coat is out of the skin and out of the coat just feels so soft. It feels so soft and silky and smooth. And then when I wash her, I don't feel any matting or tangling anything. It's just smooth. It's nice. It dries much nicer. So, and then the wash, I let the shampoo sit for at least 5 up to 10 minutes. And it takes some time to get the dog wet, takes some time to lather. Then you got to let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and then rinsing, and then drying. So that could take like another hour. Just the wash and dry could take about another hour. So the brush out this morning took me about maybe 30, 40 minutes, not a whole hour. But this is also a regular client now. So, but it took me maybe about 30 minutes to brush her out, get her completely combed out. And then about another 45 minutes or so for the wash and the dry. And then it took me maybe another 30 minutes to give her another nice comb out with the fine tooth metal comb, and then all through her body, and then round out her feet, give her a nice scissor, shape it nice and round, and give her a top knot. And that took me about 3 hours. So, I think that's reasonable, like how much faster are you looking, are people looking to get this done? And that's why when I hear about people getting dogs done in an hour and a half, great, because I'm not in I'm not in any competition. I am actually not even taking any new clients anymore. So it's not like I'm, like, oh my God, that's my competition. They're taking my clients and everything. Like, I don't care. If you could do a dog in an hour, great, But I think that's why a lot of groomers sometimes, complain about not feeling the loyalty from their clients. They're always saying, "Where's the loyalty?" Like, why do my clients always try another groomer? And like, why are all these groomers, opening up everywhere? Like, I've never had to advertise myself, other than Facebook and things like that. But and even now, oh my God, I don't even carry business cards on me. And people always ask me like, "Do you have a business card?" It's like, yeah, I do, but I don't carry them around anymore because I don't know. I think if you want, Barbara Johnston, the lady who taught me how to groom, she has this salon called Swanky Paws on Sugarloaf. She's an amazing groomer, amazing person, but she said something to me that really stuck with me. She was like, "Jun, if you want to be a great groomer, just do great grooms." How simple is that? Like, you don't have to go out there and, groom every dog out there, or groom like, you don't have to win these competitions or be like this really famous, well-known groomer or anything. All you really have to do is just focus on being a great groomer, like just being able to do great grooms. And once you focus on that and you can consistently do really good grooms, then you're a great groomer and you'll be in high demand. Yvette Perez, no, don't shave that. Yes, Yvette, I completely agree. With double-coated dogs, please don't shave them. Alan Powell, Yorkies take me forever too. Awesome. Alan Powell is probably one of the most experienced groomers. And, you know, like the thing is, whenever I have an interaction with Alan Powell, not just on Facebook where we joke around, but on YouTube where he comments on the different videos that I do, he's very insightful. I mean, a lot of the stuff that he says is pretty brilliant. So for Alan to say that Yorkie's taking forever as well, you know, and that's the thing. It's like if you want to do a good job, you know, I mean, somebody might say like, hey, you know, you want me to bake you a cake? I can get it done in 30 minutes. I'm gonna pop it in the microwave. You know, it's like, no, don't bake me that cake. You know, save it. You know, like I want it to take time because it should. Yvette Perez, LOL, I have one. They shed a lot, but if you brush them every day, it's not that bad. That's right. And that's the thing. A lot of times, a good brushing is all a dog needs. You may think that they need a bath. My dog Dexter, oh my goodness, he ran out back and rubbed in something nasty, and so did Angel on her white coat. She had this brown, greasy, nasty thing on her neck where she rubbed it. I was like, oh my God, they smell so bad. But you know, I just waited it out, waited for that to kind of dry, and then after it was dry, I didn't even see it it wasn't brown anymore. But you could still see like where it was, so I brushed them out, and now they're good. So you know, and the thing, they still kind of smell like a dirty dog, obviously, but they don't have that nasty rotten smell anymore. I brushed it out of them because I literally don't wash my dog, except for Weemy. Last time I washed Weemy was when we were making that grooming table series to show people how to do a puppy cut. That's the last time I washed Weemy. No. I take that back. A couple months ago, I did wash him. He got too nasty. Joanna Anise, have fun, girls. Oh, I got to keep up with these comments a little better. Cinch Love. Hey, June. I have a 3-month-old Shih Tzu. Can we take him to the groomer already? Yes. 3 months old. Yes. Anything after 12 weeks, which is what? About 3 months. Yeah. And even after 8 weeks, really, after they're 2 months old, you probably could. It's just, man, I'm going to cover up those parakeets. Oh my God. But, now this is not something that I found like hardcore scientific research on, but it is something that a lot of award-winning groomers have said. So, you know, take it or leave it. But Scott Wasserman, Mr. Terrier, he's known as Mr. Terrier like worldwide. I mean, every time this guy shows up at one of these shows, he takes the best in show with his terriers. He's that good. But even he said that, you know, between the ages of 8 to 12 weeks, that there's a fear imprint stage. And so if anything happens that might be traumatic for that dog between 8 and 12 weeks, then that dog could potentially carry that for the rest of its life. So if you're after 12 weeks, nothing to worry about. But if you're in between that 8 to 12 week period, then you might want to be careful about, you know, who's grooming your dog and how they're doing it. But so oddly enough, I guess if it's before 8 weeks, if the dog is like 6 weeks, like a month and a half, you know, to almost 2 months old, then I guess it's okay. But still, why would you want to do it then? So I guess maybe it is best to wait till after 12 weeks, after 3 months. But yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I don't know if it's true or not. That's the thing. I don't know exactly how true it is. But enough people have said it. And I guess that's the thing. It's like, I guess if you can get enough people to repeat something, does it make it true? I don't know. But might as well stay on the safe side, right? I mean, if you're going to wait, you know, just another 4 weeks. Alan Powell, if it doesn't mat to the skin, I don't like to shave it. Yeah, exactly. Me neither. I mean, and that's the thing is, the dog's matted to the skin everywhere through the whole body. Of course, shave it. Let's see here. Nightmare. Let's see, where was I? Nightmare 15. I have a Pomeranian Jack Russell Maltese mix. Man, that dog got around. I'm sorry, that was inappropriate. I have a Pomeranian Jack Russell Maltese mix, and it takes me forever to groom him in the winter months. He has such thick fur. Yeah, I mean, wow, that's an interesting mix. But during the winter months, actually during the winter months, it shouldn't be that difficult. It really is like during this time, like during the late fall months, like the fall to late fall months. You know, like right now where all the leaves are changing color and you know, falling off the trees. It's pretty much what's going on with the dog's coat. The hair is changing texture and falling out of the skin. So once you get all that raked up, pretty much just like the leaves outside, you get it all raked up. In the wintertime, usually it's pretty good. It's pretty easy sailing as far as grooming. But then when springtime comes around again, then they start blowing that coat again. The new coat starts to come in, and you know, again during the springtime it gets a little difficult. So for me, springtime and fall time usually is like the worst time to be a groomer, but also the most important time to be a groomer as well. But yeah, once I get over the fall, I'm usually like, okay, perfect. Now we're getting the holiday seasons. These dogs are gonna be, you know, like easy, and you know, just kind of collect the money for the holidays, right? But then the springtime comes, and again, it's like putting in the sweat, like, oh man. But then the summertime, like in the middle of the summertime, again, kind of easier. So it's like this waves I've noticed. But yeah, interesting point, Nightmare 15, and thank you for the thank you for the setup. That made me laugh. Yvette Perez, it keeps them cool and warm. Leave the coat. Exactly. I think the majority of pet owners that are getting their dog shaved down, they're not realizing that that hair is there to protect the skin. You know, that's the protection for the dogs. I mean, they're taking the dog's protection right off of their skin. So, Brenda Joanne, don't shave parakeets. I may not shave them, but I may muzzle them. Oh my goodness. It seems like he listen for me to talk, and whenever I talk, they start to chirp even louder. Oh my goodness. And those parakeets don't really like us. It's weird. You know, like it's been, let's see, at least because Ava got it for her birthday. Ava's birthday is in July. So it's been like 4 months now. And I've been getting them treats, you know, like all this stuff, and you know, like trying to get them to warm up to me, and they just don't like me. Alan Powell, a good conditioner will do more for the coat than the best pair of clippers. Exactly. That's so true. A good conditioner will do more for the coat than the best pair of clippers. Save the future vet bill, prolong your dog's life, and just have a sit down with the vacuum and tell it its days are numbered. But yeah, I mean, a good conditioner, a coat conditioning spray. Oh, right now I'm using this coat conditioner, leave-in conditioner called Maro, and it was recommended to me by one of the distributors for Chris Christensen. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of this so I can share it with you guys. So far, and by far, the best leave-in conditioner that I've used so far. I mean, for 6 years, using all kinds of stuff. I've been using the Stuff, Quicker Slicker by Nature Specialty, I think, DMAT Pro by EnviroGroom. I mean, all of these kind of leave-in conditioners and sprays, but this one by far, I love it. I love it because a lot of those leave-in conditioning sprays, they're more like liquid-like, you know, and they dry up pretty quick. It doesn't feel like conditioner. Well, you know, at least the conditioner that you put in your hair. This bottle literally feels like the conditioner that you would put on your own hair, but you're spraying it, and it kind of sprays into this like mist of like conditioning spray. Oh, why would it not? I'm on their website trying to pull up a picture of it, and it's not letting me. Well, I mean, it's not really pulling, like going to the next, noting up the page with the picture or the information of it. Let me see if I can Google another picture here. Okay, and so it's $13.95 here online. I just found. Okay, so it's loading up. So let me do a screen share of this. This leave-in conditioner, the smell, everything. I mean, the ingredient, everything about it, I love. I'm gonna zoom in on this. Say, I don't want to save $10. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay, so I'm trying to zoom in so you guys can see. Okay. Oh, this is equine, but it's the same for the dogs as well. Okay, so I'm gonna screen share that. I got it to where I like it. But yeah, if you guys are looking for a good leave-in conditioner and detangler, this stuff by Morrow. It has essential hemp and argan oils. And this one says for equine, exceptional equine line. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for the dogs as well, but you can find the dog one as well for canines. But that right there, Morrow, that I'm using, oh my goodness, it's amazing. And so what I've been doing is this, and here's a little trick, a little cheat I've been doing, just cut some time on my grooming, but also get the same results. Okay, I use the pomegranate and Greek yogurt shampoo, right? And because this shampoo does not strip the oils, doesn't strip the follicles or anything like that, it just cleans and feeds and feeds the follicles. And the what do they call that? Acid mantle, that thin layer of protective oil is left intact. So I technically don't need to follow up with the conditioner, but here's what I do. While the dog is still wet, after I've rinsed all that shampoo out, then I do the conditioner on the ears, the inside of the ear flaps, and rub it around and rub it around, and then on the neck and chest and rub it around here and the armpits, and then rub it here in the under, the sanitary area and the tummy and the inner thighs, and then spray like a light mist all over the coat. And then you work it in, let it sit for a little bit while it's wet. And then I dry the dog with the force dryer. And it's been giving me some amazing, amazing finishes. Oh my God, just silky smooth. But yeah, it's amazing. Let's see here, Blue Paws. Hi June, it's Giselle, and changed my YouTube name. Oh, okay, Giselle. What was the last? Okay, I know, I remember you, Giselle. How are you? But now you're going by Blue Paws. Okay, why'd you change the name to Blue Paws? Just out of curiosity. Nova Superb, organic coconut oil for Havanese for after bath. Is it good or bad? So organic coconut oil is good to put in their to mix in their food, to give your dog to eat, but for the skin, coconut oil, and this is just, from what I learned from the Yves, Michelle Knowles at Yves Saint Bernard, coconut oil is a little heavy for the skin. Kind of, tends to clog the pores. Even with argan oil is very light, and that's the oil that Michelle recommends, is the argan oil. And I've been using 100% certified organic argan oil. It's amazing stuff. And emu oil. Emu oil helps the skin breathe. It's easily absorbed by the skin and still can breathe. But coconut oil is a little bit heavier. And she was saying that even though emu oil and argan oil is light and good for the skin, still too much of it can clog those pores. So you want to use a very light layer of the argan oil or the emu oil. So avocado oil, I hear, is also a good alternative. But coconut oil, I've heard some people that had success putting coconut oil on their dog's skin. I personally try to avoid it though, just because there are better alternatives, much lighter oils that are more easily absorbed by the skin. Pisces 28 lovable. LOL, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you for your participation on the show. Let's see. Oh man, all this facial hair. So it's November, guys. I gotta do the November now that I finally have facial hair to grow. Oh my goodness, for 35 years now. Gata Nexi. I wish I could keep my behavior like yours. I work somewhere now that the dogs are seriously difficult and I'm getting bit on a daily basis. What do you recommend? I want to be zen during my grooms. Alan Powell says, I've been there. Joanna Ning says, me too. And I will say, me too. I know the feeling. Sometimes you just run into a string of dogs where it's just like, it seems like every dog you touch snaps or, reacts negatively. Just a couple weeks ago, like even last week, I just kind of felt like, oh my goodness, I'm a horrible groomer, because I was getting little like, the other day I accidentally, while I was rounding the dog's foot. I mean, granted, this dog does not really stay still for the feet, but with my experience, I really felt like I should have been better. But boom, I got it with the shears, like right on the pad while I was rounding the foot, and it bled. We put some styptic gel on it, and my wife, ran and bought some crazy glue. We glued that the paw pad, super glued it, and then it got the bleeding to stop. It wasn't that deep, it wasn't that bad, but still you just feel bad, like, oh my God, I thought I was better than that, but as far as dogs that bite, Gadanexi, yeah, I don't know what to say, because for example, the Yorkie that bites, on my YouTube video, on my YouTube channel, there's a series, that features Harley, and Harley is a pretty aggressive Yorkie, and he's still that way. And now I make house calls, so now I'm on his turf, and every single time, every single time he sees me, he's just his whole body just tenses up. I'm like, just breathe, just breathe, because what do you do? It's like, I imagine it's kind of the feeling that you would get before you step into the octagon or before you step into a boxing ring, with someone, you're about to get into a fight, your adrenaline pumps, and, the fight or flight kicks in. But the best thing that's helped me is just remember to breathe deep through your belly. Breathe deep through your belly, and then breathe out through your mouth. And then just try to recognize those feelings. And this is through a lot of the books that I've been listening to, audiobooks and things like that, where it talks about consciousness and self-awareness and things like that. But it's just really, rather than trying to deny it, like, I'm not scared, I'm I'm not afraid, things like that. Rather than resist or deny it, just accept it and recognize it. And so it's just, okay, I'm feeling the emotion of fear, because this dog is acting this way, and, rationalize, like, just go through it. And like, but I don't know. I don't really know exactly the conversation that goes through my head, because I don't really talk to myself in my head like that. It's more pictures for me. So while I'm breathing, I just kind of picture the dog not really biting to harm me, or, and just kind of everything working out, and I just visualize. And so that's really how I do it, because I realize that even though the dog's gonna bite, by me being hesitant and fearful of it, and especially because the dogs can feel the changes in the vibrations that come off of our fingertips when we touch them. Even we don't even have to touch the dogs. They can still pick up on these slight changes in our bio waves, these vibrations that our bodies emit. So these dogs can pick up on it. So if you see in a lot of my videos where these dogs are aggressive and they're biting me, I'm scared to death. And I'm constantly like just breathing and trying to reset myself, because that's the importance of breathing. They're saying when you breathe deep through your belly and you breathe out slowly, it just kind of changes your physiology. It kind of resets your body. And so your heart rate slows down. Instead of pumping faster, kind of slows down. Your blood pressure goes down and things like that. And that kind of helps the dog to calm down, because dogs have a lot of like sensitive hearing, their sense of smell, everything. So when our blood pressure is up and our heart's beating fast and we're feeling this adrenaline, we're scared, then the dogs pick up on it immediately. And it's kind of like hearing somebody next door kind of like banging on some drums and you're trying to relax. The dogs hear this and they feel it, and it's not going to help them relax. So Just breathe deep. It's called diaphragmatic breathing. And if you want to know more about diaphragmatic breathing and just learning how to stay calm in the middle of chaos, you know, the book I would recommend is called Full Catastrophe Living. And I think I shared that before as well, but Full Catastrophe Living. But this book has done more for my grooming career than any other grooming book has. And, you know, it's interesting that a book that has nothing to do with grooming has helped me tremendously in my grooming career. But here, I'm gonna do a screen share of it. It's called Full Catastrophe Living, Using the Wisdom of Your Body and Mind to Face Stress, Pain, and Illness. And the authors is John Kabat-Zinn. But man, this book right here really helped give me some practical tools, practical techniques that I could use to really just keep myself calm because it's not just aggressive dogs that will push your buttons or get your heart rate up. It's dogs that just won't stay still either. These dogs that just constantly the whole time. I mean, you're just like trying to call, you know, like Zen, you know, and I'm trying to be this like Zen master, just calm and just breathing and just like trying to hopefully, you know, transfer this calmness onto this dog. And this dog's just, you know, like doing all this crazy stuff. The whole time, it kind of starts to get on your nerves, you know, and it starts to push your buttons. But then you just, because really what you want to do is just grab the, like, hey, you know, like snap back, get a hold of yourself, you know, but you can't, you know, because then the dog's going to be like, you know, and you freak them out. So you just got to breathe through it and just enjoy the full catastrophe because we only go through it once, you know. Well, in the case of that dog, you may go through it once every month, but as far as our life, you know, we're only going to enjoy this full catastrophe this one time. Lindsay Morgan, hi from the UK. I'm just starting out and you're like Caesar to me. Whoa! Wow, I'm like Caesar to you? What? Caesar Milan is probably, you know, next to the Full Catastrophe Living, Caesar Milan, well, I would think I would have to prioritize Caesar Milan as first, being the more influential, because without Caesar Milan, I would have never, ever really had the courage to continue grooming, because some of these dogs were very challenging. And they would go, you know, they would send me home with my tail tucked between my legs, you know, crying at night, you know, like, oh, what did I do? These dogs sometimes, they will teach you and show you things about yourself that you really may not want it. You may have never wanted to know these things about yourself. These dogs bring it out. And so Caesar Milan really has been like a rock to me, you know, like just every time I felt discouraged, I would, you know, watch some more Caesar Milan, you know, videos and clips and things like that. But yeah, wow, for Lindsay, thank you so much for you to say, and from the UK, wow, that's amazing. So this is probably nighttime for you over there. That's pretty cool. Thank you so much, Lindsay. I really appreciate you taking the time to give you such probably undeserved compliment, but I'll take it. Dorina, I'm just gonna say Demi, right? Dorita Demi. Thanks for your answer. Love your channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see here. Where was I? Okay. Brandy Dukes. Where's my comment? Oh, Brandy Dukes. I don't know. Maybe put your question in again. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Did I skip over it? I don't see Brandy Dukes. Okay. But yeah, Brandy, put your comment back on there. I'd love to see what your question is. Megan Mauser, what are your favorite clippers? Okay, my new favorite clippers is got to be the Bravura. So, interestingly enough, by someone stealing my tool case and stealing all the tools that I had, really probably was the best thing that could have happened to me, because I got a chance to get new tools sent to me by so many different people, but one in particular, oh my God, like a fairy godmother or something, sent me just just incredible person, and I'm really grateful. But in this care kit that I got was a pair of Bravura, and it's made by, I think it's made by Wall Bravura clippers, and it's these like burgundy small cordless clippers, and they have like little attachment guards that you can put on there, and it's a 5-in-1 clipper blade that's on these cordless clippers, so it can go all the way to a 40 down to a 9. But my new favorite clippers, oh my god, I did an entire doodle with these small little cordless clippers. With the, you know, I did an A comb attachment on the body, and then I did a C comb attachment on the legs, and then did a nice round head, puffy head. But yeah, I mean, the whole clipping time probably took me less than an hour on this huge giant doodle. Body, legs, head, everything. I love these cordless clippers because now that I don't have to deal with the cord anymore, and these clippers are small and lightweight. Oh my goodness. So yeah, let me see if I can find a picture of it. Bravura clippers. Yeah. So yeah, my new favorite clippers are these Bravuras right here. Once the screen comes up, I'll do a screen share of it. Okay, here it is, screen share. But it's made by Wall, and it's called the Bravura. And it's a lithium-ion clipper. There's the charging base there. There's a little window right there at the bottom of the clippers that shows you how much battery life you have. I mean, these clippers are amazing. And it says 90 minutes of cordless operation. So that gives you about an hour and a half of clipping time. And seriously, I went through a pretty big size doodle with, you know, within an hour. And it didn't have any battery problems or anything. I mean, amazing clippers. I love them. So that's my new favorite clippers, Megan. LOL, that dog got around. Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. I mean, so many mixes. But you know, one of my clients actually, she has a dog, one of my favorite, named Dakota. But he's a little bit of Ridgeback. He has some chow in him. He has some of this and that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, these dogs, like, you know, pretty interesting breeds. You know, a lot of these dog documentaries, when you watch them, it really is interesting how many different breeds that we have and how interchangeable they are. But anyways, Rebecca Leva, she's laughing. Thank you, Rebecca. Brandy Dukes, how do you sell to customers you charging more, since it's really more than grooming? How do you sell to customers you charging more? Okay, so what I might do is, well, I don't anymore, but what I did, now a new customer, I charge a lot more. I charge for the day pretty much, which is anywhere from like $150 to $250 for a new client, just because I do block out the day for that new client, because I don't know what I'm gonna deal with. I don't know how much time it's gonna take, so I can't really schedule another dog behind them. So if I do take a new client, which I really don't know if I can, I charge like double the price of what I would charge my regular clients. But my regular clients, before they were my regulars and I was really just starting up my house call business, what I would do is I would do like a little bit lower price for them if they were uncomfortable with my higher price. And I would let them know right from the beginning, well, this is my price, but just so you can see my services and see the results, and then you can make a decision, more informed decision, whether or not it's worth it. You know, I will do it for this price, and you know, whatever we agree on. So I will sometimes do it for a lower price, just because I do know that my work speaks for itself. The proof is in the pudding, really. And once my clients feel their dogs after I'm done, and also see how long the groom lasts, like, because even 4-6 weeks later, sometimes when we even remind our clients, you know, we email them like, hey, it's been 8 weeks, you know, do you want another groom? They're like, oh my God, I haven't even noticed, because they still look so good. So when you get these kind of comments, that's when you can say, listen, this is my price, because this is the amount of time and effort expertise, the quality of the, you know, everything. I mean, really, I think that if you really have to try to convince them hard that you're, you know, that, you know, to justify your prices, maybe don't raise your prices that much, because you may end up losing your client if you have to justify it and explain, you know, so much. For me, I just kind of raise my prices, and I don't really do a lot of explaining. And if they ask, like, if they say, "Oh, I thought it was 75," and I'll tell them like, "Yeah, it was 75, but we're having to do it for 90 now because of the scheduling and everything." And you know, I just let them know like we've raised our prices. It's 90 now. And then if they don't like it, well, you know, the thing is, I don't really throw it on them like that. I usually do before I go out there. I let them know like, we're having to raise our prices to 90. It was 75, but we're having to raise our prices to 90. Let me know if that's okay. If not, we can go ahead and cancel the appointment. And then usually they say, "Oh, you know, yeah, 90 is great, 90 is fine." But sometimes I've ran into it a couple times where even though after that email, still after I'm done grooming, they'll say, "How much was it again?" And I'll say, it's 90. Let me know if you're not comfortable with that. So, you know, then we can see if we want to continue this relationship, you know, or not, maybe I wouldn't say it that way, but just, you know, like, just let me know if you're uncomfortable with that, and let me know what you value it as, you know. And I don't know. See, I'm not really the greatest person to talk about with prices. That's kind of why my wife took over. I've never really been good at that, because I'm more of an artist. I go out and I do it for free sometimes. I don't care. So for me, it's really hard for me to come up with the value. Like these numbers, I'm just kind of pulling it out of the air. I don't really know. I just figure if I'm charging somebody $75 for a Shih Tzu, then I can't charge the same $75 for a poodle. You know, I have to charge a little more for a poodle because a poodle is gonna, you know, it's a little more involved. It takes a little more time, or a Bichon. But then I can't charge as much for, let's say, an Italian Greyhound, you know, with the short coat and they're kind of smaller. So I don't know, with these numbers, Brandy, I would say I don't like to charge more than where I feel uncomfortable asking for, but I don't like to charge, you know, less than what I feel like I'm worth either, you know, like, but that's tough too, because I feel like, I don't know, like, that's a really tough question, Brandy. But in my experience, for example, today, the groom that I did, it's just a bath and a brush out, do the top knot, and just kind of round the feet. It's not a real hair, like a full involved haircut, but I do some scissor work. And so I call it like a bath and a neaten up. And for that small B where I charge 80, I mean, I charge 50, but she wrote me a check for 80, you know, $30 more than what I charge. And they do that all the time. All of my customers, really. I mean, some of them even like text me back, "Did I tip you enough? Like, is $100 okay?" I'm like, "What? Like $100 is fine. Like, hey, relax." You know, like, you're making me feel bad. But they're like, "No, I feel like you deserve more." You know, so Brandy, I think that rather than try to convince the customer that you're worth this much, try to focus all your attention and your energy on becoming so masterful at your craft. Like Robin Sharma says, that when people watch you work, tears come to their eyes. Like tears would come to your eyes if you looked up at the Sistine Chapel. You know, let your work be so masterful, so craftful, you know, so masterful that it is a true art to people. And when they see that, you know, I rarely have an issue with price with my clients. If anything, I'm telling them like, stop, like, put your money away, you know, like they're throwing money at me. Not literally, but you know. But yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help to you with that question, Brandy. But for me, just personally, I feel like my focus has never been on how to charge more or how to get more from my clients. My focus has always been, how can I give more service? How can I make my service like the highest quality You know, something that's just irreplaceable. How can I become better? That's always been my focus. And the money just seems to take care of itself. And I know that sounds cheesy, but Rebecca Liva. What is the best shampoo for a Shih Tzu? Not sure which one to try next. So Rebecca, if you are looking for a good shampoo, I mean, I'm using this for most of the dogs now, but it's called Bark 2 Basics Greek Yogurt Shampoo. I'm gonna see if I can screen share this. But Rebecca, I'm glad you asked. So, because I was meaning to do a little screen share so you guys can see the shampoo that I'm actually using right now. That I'm actually having, I'm really loving. Pomegranate, here it is. Let me see if I can get a bigger picture of it. Okay, there we go. So let me screen share this. Okay, so, oh, sorry about that. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna screen share this one because it has more information. So it's called Bark to Basics Pomegranate Greek Yogurt Shampoo, and this is the gallon size. But yeah, I mean, it's for me. I really like the shampoo. I like the smell. I like the feel of it. It lathers up nicely. So I would try that, especially on a Shih Tzu coat. You know, they have a blueberry one as well. But anyways, but also, okay, so we'll go a little more technical as well. So Rebecca, since a Shih Tzu has a long coat, long-coated dogs need more collagen. So any shampoo that has like collagen, and some of them will actually say it with collagen, so anything with that. But the Bark to Basics Greek Yogurt shampoo, I noticed that the consistency of it, it's not like other shampoo where it's like clear jelly kind of stuff. It kind of feels almost like conditioner. It has that collagen like texture, consistency to it. So for a long coated dog, I would suggest that Greek Yogurt shampoo by Bark to Basics. They have a blueberry as well, so blueberry you might want to try. Let's see. Shoshin is equine as well. Oh, yeah. Shoshin. I've tried Shoshin. And the thing is with Shoshin, you have to be careful because it does give you like, oh my God, such a nice shiny coat for lads and other double-coated dogs. But you never want to use Shoshin on like a Bichon or a Poodle that has, the hair that you want to stand up. So yeah, that's the only thing I would say about Shoshin. You don't want to use it on a dog you're trying to fluff out. But those dogs that, the golden retrievers, labs, yeah, Shoshin is amazing. Cinch Love. Hey, June. By the way, I'm watching you from oh my God, from the Philippines. Wow. Hi, Cinch. Watching you from the Philippines. What kind of treats can be given to a 3-month-old Shih Tzu? I've tried giving him some dog biscuits, but it's difficult for him to bite, chew, and he just gives up. Yeah, what you call it? So Zooks, a company named Zooks sent me some treats to try out, and I actually like it. I'm gonna go on their website here and see. There's because it's like soft chews, but they also have other chews as well. But here's their website, and you can also find Zooks treats on Amazon as well. But as far as treats go, I mean, like you could even try like those freeze-dried like livers and things like that, freeze-dried livers and those different kinds of I think there's one that I was giving my dogs like bison lungs or something like that, like freeze-dried bison lungs. But anything like that, let's see, dog treats. And I'll screen share this. But yeah, this company was nice enough to send me some dog treats. And I liked it, but I mean, not enough to write a blog about it or, anything and just say, go all out like, hey guys, this is the greatest thing in the world or anything. But I do like that they have like different, like specific traits, like geared towards specific things. So they have puppy treats that are all natural. They have mini naturals, tiny naturals, especially for the smaller dogs. But also they have hip action, and they also had this one for the teeth, like fresh breath that I liked. And then one that I really did like for my dogs as well is one called calming. And I mean, my dogs just gobbled it up, and I don't know if it really kept them calm or not, but I did notice that they would take a nice nap afterwards. So I like that trait called calming. But yeah, thank you for the, but again, my thing is grooming, so I'm just gonna stay in my lane. I don't really know that much about dog traits, but I do know that for me and my dogs, I like to use like those raw, like freeze-dried organs, like kidneys, lungs, things like that, livers. Let's see here. Alan Powell, boil carrots until they are soft, then cool them. Frozen blueberries are awesome. Oh, nice. Nice. Alan Powell coming through with another great tip. Brenda Joanne, do you use muzzles? I do sometimes, but not rarely do I use a muzzle. And okay, so sometimes when I do think to myself, okay, I need to bust out a muzzle, is when I have those dogs that are clearly showing me like I'm gonna bite you. Then it's like, okay, he's making it very clear to me that he's gonna bite me. Obviously let's put a muzzle on him, because if he does deliver that really hard bite, I can't blame the dog, because he was showing me the whole time, hey, you come near me, I'm gonna bite you. It's not his fault that he carried, that carried through, or followed through on his promise. He said, hey, I'm gonna bite you if you come any nearer, and then if I touch him, he bites me really hard, it's my fault, not his. So dogs like that, yeah, I do. Pisces 28 lovable. My dog is very aggressive. I take her to the groomers and they muzzle her. Should I ease the stress on my dog and groom her myself? Oh man, I don't know, Pisces. That's really like you would have to make that call. First of all, you have to be very honest with yourself. Do you honestly believe that you are capable of grooming your dog yourself? And if the answer is yes, and no judgment there. That's not like a judgmental question. That's you just got to be very honest with yourself, because you can fool yourself, but you can't fool the dog. So just be very honest with yourself. Do I really think I can do this? And if the answer is yes, then definitely you probably should be the one grooming the dog. If the answer is no, then maybe you can take some lessons and like find more ways to gain the knowledge that you would need to have the confidence to do it, or find a good groomer that you can have come on a regular basis to build that as a relationship, to establish that rapport with your dog. And that's the thing. A lot of times when grooming accidents happen in the grooming shops, the owners don't believe the groomer. You tell the owners, like, your dog like literally like latched onto my hand, look, it's bleeding. And they're like, no, my dog didn't do that. My dog would never. And it's like, yeah, your dog would never to you, because your dog loves you and knows you and trusts you. But to a stranger that the dog may be convinced is gonna hurt them, yeah, your dog will bite. Like, so yeah, it's like I feel like grooming is something very intimate. It's a very intimate activity that takes time, and it takes a lot of trust and cooperation from both parties. It is something that should be done by someone that the dog trusts and loves, and understands that this person is doing this because they love me and they care about me and they want me to feel better, and that's why they're doing this. And sometimes that's the pet parent is the best person to do that. Other times I feel like it is better for someone like myself to come in and do that, but let's see here. Alan Powell. Oh, my phone is going off. Alan Powell. I personally don't use muzzles. Yeah, I mean, I don't like to, but sometimes, well, Harley, for example, the Yorkie, I don't use a muzzle, because even though he bites, you know, he doesn't mean it. He doesn't bite hard. Gadanaxi. Oh yeah, Gadanaxi. Just Harley was a great video. I've been grooming Piranha lately. My hands start to shake when I'm grooming a dog that bites, and oh, paranoid lately. My hands start to shake when I'm grooming a dog that bites, and I just don't want to hurt them. Going to try breathing exercise and visualization. Thanks. So yes, Gadanaxia, I totally get it. I mean, sometimes I feel shaky too. And I have to just take a break, just step back and just breathe, and just admit to myself, okay, I'm feeling scared, you know. But hey, we all go through it. And I love this quote by John Wayne. John Wayne says that courage is being scared to death, but settling up anyways. And I love that, especially coming from John Wayne, you know, saying it only the way John Wayne could say it. But yeah, courage is being scared to death, but settling up anyways. And that's why as dog groomers, I feel like we are such powerful creators. We are such powerful artists because our canvas sometimes fights back and bites us and, you know, scares us. Yet we still create beautiful works of art with this. We're amazing. We're an amazing group of people. Seriously. See here. Oh man, it's already after 4. Okay, so let's try to go through this pretty quickly. Cinch Love, thanks, Alan. Yes, Alan, you're awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to like join us for our show, Alan. You're really awesome. I want to actually go out to Cali and have a drink with you. Gadanexi, I love Shoshin. Yes, I love Shoshin too. But yeah, again, little side note, not on Bijans, not on Poodles or Katans or the, you know, anything that you're trying to fluff out. Gadanexi, customers push buttons too. Oh man, you hit the nail right on. No, I'm just kidding. You know, honestly, I love my customers. Most of my actually all of my customers, because I don't have like a huge client list, like 300, 200 people, you know. I have probably less than 100 clients, but that, you know, again, because I'm rotating them every 4 to 6 weeks, I have a busy packed schedule. But yeah, you know, sometimes clients, especially when you're working for someone else at another salon and you have to deal with their clients, oh my goodness. DW, hola, que tal? No, I was kidding. Cinch Love, sorry I have a lot of questions. No, don't be sorry. I love questions because it's my first time to have a pet. How to calm my 3-month-old Shih Tzu so I can cut the hairs that block his vision or long hairs that may irritate his eyes. Cinch, I like to use thinning shears, and thinning shears have like a sharp cutting edge on one side, and then it has like these little teeth, you know, on the other side. And I like to put that right here like this on the dog's, you know, right here in between the eyes. So I like to put it like this angle. So almost like you're gonna make a triangle here like that. I like to put the scissors right there and just do like that and just kind of clean up right there. And that way, since you're laying the scissors right there against the dog's skin, you don't actually ever, even if the dog moves like this, you don't have the risk of actually cutting the dog or injuring them. So this angle right here with the thinning shears, like that, and that right there, I'm just trying to show, that right there will help with that. And even if they move, you know, but what I like to do is I do like to kind of pet them with it as well. Just kind of pet them with it, let them relax, and then just kind of, you know, boom, 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 boom. Gadanexi, I wouldn't cut the hair myself. Leave that to a groomer so they can teach him. If you cut him in the face as a 3-month-old, then you can make it even harder for groomers to teach him. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and then that's the thing, is like they can carry that fear for the rest of their life. So grooming can become like a, you know, an ordeal every single time. I love wall bravura. Yes, yeah, the wall bravura is amazing. I had the chromatos too. Those were great as well. The chromatos, okay. Alan Powell, best thing for puppies is a positive association with being brushed. Yes, yes. Just gently, you know, soothingly, just like you would a child, you know, caress their hair, you know, things like that. If you know the child, don't be creepy. No, Cinch Love, thanks Gadanexi and Alan. Does it mean I just leave his hair even though they seem to be poking his eyes? Yeah, but you know, Cinch Love, like I said, if you want to just get those thinning shears and just right there like that, like that. Or even if you have like craft shears, just be very careful and make sure the blade is actually resting on their skin like this. But you comb the hair up. Comb the hair up like that, so it's kind of all up in the eyes like this. So let's say this is the hair. You come in with the scissors and you cut that off right there. And I mean, if you want to give it a try. But again, if you don't feel comfortable with this, Cinch Love, don't do it, because if you feel scared or hesitant, the dog's going to be like, oh, this, you know, and then when they move, you might accidentally hurt them. And then now the groomer has a lot of work to do to try to reassociate, you know, the groom with something good. Gadanexi, if you grow it out, you can pull it up into the top knot and out it all in a bow or hair tie. Okay, yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of these show dogs, you know, they just continue to grow it out. They just keep growing it out, and the hairs that kind of cover the eyes, they just comb it down like this. So you can do that as well. Just keep combing it out and away from the eyes, and that way you train the hairs to lay that way, and then it'll continue growing out like that. Okay. But if you decide to trim it, I would research a great groomer in your area and give them a call. Yes. And also, Cinch Love, you may be able to find a house call groomer, like kind of like what I do, where a groomer actually comes into your house and sets up in your house, and they can groom in the home. And that way, if they're okay with it, you can watch and see how they scissor. And you know, and most groomers are okay with teaching. I am. If a client's there and they're asking me questions, I have no problem showing them, like, yeah, this is how you do it. This is what you want to do. These are the tools you get, you know, because I don't, you know, I'm never afraid of losing a client. You know, I'm not like, oh my God, if I teach this client how to groom their own dog, they're never going to call me again. No, because it takes years of experience, seriously, to be able to produce the kind of grooms that experienced groomers can produce, because those years of experience, you know, Alan, for example, Barbara, who has like almost 20 years experience, you know, like these people who have these years and years, just hours on the saddle, you know, hours on the mat, so to speak. All of that practice time cannot be substituted with anything else. I mean, you can't substitute experience. So even though I teach my clients how to do it, I know that if they want the nice haircut, they're going to call me again, you know? So if anything, it makes it a little easier teaching my clients how to do things, because whenever I do come back and do a groom, I don't have so much work on my hands because, you know, they've been doing a little bit of it. Gadanexi, if you grow it, oh, okay. Gadanexi, he said earlier in the video that 3 months is perfect time to start grooming the going to the groomer. By the way, I love Shih Tzus. Yeah, Shih Tzus are pretty fun because there's so many things you can do with them. Girls Got Issues. Hey, how are you? I remember you. Girls Got Issues. Your live chats have so much invaluable information. I've had to start a June notebook full of your product information, tools, philosophy, etc. So much info. Thank you. Wow, thank you. You're awesome. Girls Got Issues. You know, here I am thinking like, oh my God, I'm rambling on. Like, I hope that people even are watching this. You know, thank you so much. That's really reassuring. Cinch Love. Thanks, Gadanexi. Yes, he did, but he also can wait a bit longer. I'm fearful he'll have a groomer phobia. Yeah, but here you go, Cinch Love. What I'm learning through a lot of these like philosophical books and things that I'm listening to, that sometimes our fears create our reality because we're harboring them and we're giving them attention. So rather than be afraid that your dog may have a bad experience, because that fear of your dog having a bad experience could actually cause your dog to have a bad experience. Focus more on the positives, you know. So, are
you done with these?
Yes. Oh, okay. Let me wrap things up.
I'll see. I told David I was gonna be there by 5. So.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let me wrap this up. See here. If you are, oh yeah, perfect. Gadanexi. If you are afraid, he will be afraid. Do research and make sure they are reputable. They are a reputable place. Confidence when dropping him off too, because he can sense it. Exactly, kind of like what I was going into. Regine Rowley, how to keep the dog scent down in the house. Oh my goodness. Okay, Regine, thank you so much for asking that. I will start next week with that because that is a really, a lot goes into that dog scent and why that dog scent is in the house. Girls got issues. I just heard about a case in which an owner sued a grooming salon for mistreatment of their dog, in which the dog died because she had a camera in her salon. The case was dismissed. Wow. Okay. Cinch Love. Thanks, Gatanexi. Girls got issues. I actually like that. I mean, that's why I do like to do the house call groomings, because the owners are right there. They see everything that happens. So there's never a question. Pisces 28 Lovable. Thanks for answering all my questions. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, I'll see you.
Okay.
I gotta get to Davis by 5.
Okay. Triple Lotus. Wow. Late to the party. Hello, Jane and friends. Okay, I gotta wrap this up. Last one. My dog does not like when I touch her tail. Gets very mad because I can't touch it. Almost. Okay, so it's mad at it. She doesn't like you to touch it because it's already mad at it. It's already in pain. And so when you go to touch it, she's gonna react like that. But the only way to get it better is to go ahead and get it out. So, man, I wish I had more time. Maybe next week I'll touch on that. Alan Powell probably needs shaved and conditioned. Exactly. Maybe if it's to that point, maybe just go ahead and shave it and then start over. DW, when can we get a pulley grooming video? Shoot, I've never groomed a pulley. Oh man, I really want to though. Joanna Anise, later June, love to the family. Thank you so much, Joanna. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the questions and everything. And next week we'll start with how to keep that dog smell out of the house. Oh, I didn't get a chance to cover anal glands. So perfect. We'll cover both the anal glands and the dog smell and why the dog smells in the house, why it's on the dogs. Every time you run your hands on your dogs, it smells like an animal just died. You know, we'll cover all of that next week. Thank you guys.